Hey guys, I am at 421 Mixon, and I do apologize. This was on my schedule for Friday, and somehow I totally missed it. It may have been because of the downpour, but anyway, I'm here this afternoon. It's about 1:30, and inside the front living room, just to the left of the entrance door, and that door over there goes to the garage. But you can see it's a nice room with a lot of natural light because of these windows to my left, and then of course to the screen doors on, or sliding doors on the back side. So just walking through the living room, it is currently staged. I don't know if they're using it as like an office space or the agent's been sitting here as an open house. But anyway, opening the door into the garage, you can see that whoever it owns the house is making preparations to leave and packing things up. But it's a one-car garage. Has an exit door to the back patio. Your water heater and your washer and dryer are here in the garage. The walls in the garage have been kind of beat up, but that's what happens in garages. Looking out at the backyard from the garage door, you can see that it's been pretty much concreted over, and not sure the reason for that, but at least it gives you a lot of area to play games if you want. Basketball goal is there. If you had kids, they could ride their bikes back here. Looks like they have a little bit of a fire pit going on. So fence is not in great shape, but it's not falling down. So going back inside. You do have an attic pull down access here. They've had a little bit of repair to this area out here in the garage, but it is an older home, so you kind of expect to see some things like that. All right, so stepping back into the house from the garage, looking back towards the front door. The ceilings have been scraped from the popcorn. You got some recessed lighting, a new modern fan. The beams adds a nice touch. I will draw your attention to this area here where the ceiling is peaked. You can see the drywall tape is starting to crack, which is nothing major, but it is a sign that you need to have some new tape or plaster, a little bit of something there. But I don't see staining, so that's encouraging. The walls are in this room are in pretty good condition. Don't look too beat up. These sliding glass doors look like they're fairly new and in a decent condition. And you can see this is about the center of the yard there. Looking into the kitchen is very small, but functional. There's the other light. You got some white appliances. Dishwasher. I'm not sure. Okay, found it. It's the GE unit. So somebody's still sort of living here. While this appears to be an older window, I don't see any fogged glass there. This is a GE stove. It's older, fairly clean compared to one of the ones we saw earlier. This cabinet here opens out very nicely so you can have full access in there. And it looks like the same up here on this upper cabinet. The cabinets have been painted, so it gives you some good space there. GE over the counter, over the stove microwave. Pantry. What's nice about this pantry and the closet, solid wood versus the wire shelving. I like the solid shelving much better. A little bit of a corner there. You do have a small GE refrigerator. If somebody's been living here or staying here. Like I said, the cabinets have been painted. Don't know how long. It's not fresh paint, but honestly, this one's sticking a little bit, so it could be that it was the wrong kind of paint. I don't know. Or they did it as a self-help project, not a professional. Not sure, but still, kitchen is a nice, bright color. Just a little small, but that's okay. Just means you don't have to cook as much or have big parties and have a lot of people. This would be your pantry or broom closet. They've got a few shelves in here, utilizing it more as a pantry, whereas the other one had their pots and pans. That right there is the front door, and this door here is a coat closet. So you have a little bit of tile, the rest is laminated flooring, and this is the main and only hallway. So walking down the hallway, these walls have a little scuff marks on them, but not bad. This is the hall bath. And it's a cultured marble countertop. You have a little medicine cabinet here. Hi. You do have a skylight here, so it lets in some natural light. Don't really see any issues off from this angle. And you have a tub shower combination. And the toilet. Walking out of the bathroom directly across the hall is your first secondary bedroom. Small rooms. Full-size bed would probably fit okay. I don't know if I'd want to go larger than that, like a queen. I think you would not have much room, full-size bed or twin-size bed is going to be your best option in here. Your closet, as you can see, not a large closet, but very functional. This bedroom faces the street. Walking out of this bedroom and turning or directly across, your linen closet. And you do have another piece here where you could add additional shelf if you wanted. These closets go, it's pretty deep as far as that goes. You could have a shelf that's at least 6 inches longer if you wanted it deeper. So, across from the linen closet, your air handler unit. And you can see here it says installed in December 2010. So it's a 16-year-old unit. It is a train, that's a good unit. Your home inspector, if you had a home inspection, would do the diagnostics on it. Continuing down the hall or just open looking up, you've got a scuttlebutt for the attic area, and then the secondary bedroom. Again, the ceilings have been scraped, so there's no popcorn, which is nice. This is also a pretty small room, but again, a full size would fit in here, twin size for sure. I think if you put a queen, you wouldn't have much room for anything else. And then, of course, your closet area. Again, it's relatively small closets. And then just panning around the room. Again, this room faces the street. So directly across the hall is your master. Master's on the back side of the house. You can see that looks like it's a queen size bed. And they have 2 nice sized pieces on each side. I think that's queen. A king would fit, but you wouldn't have the space on either side. Your master closet is about double of what the other 2 closets were. It's a little deeper, but it's probably, I'd say it's about double of the others, 2.5 of the other closets put together. So, looking back around the room, this room has a little scuff marks on the wall, as you can see, but otherwise it's in pretty good condition. The ceiling fans have been updated. The windows, again, they're older style windows, but I don't see any fogging, so that's a good thing. And this fire pit area is outside the master bedroom. And then right here to the left of the windows is your master bath. So you've got an updated vanity here. Undermount sink. Little medicine cabinet. This is a wallpaper. Wasn't sure at first, but it's wallpapered. So it makes it cheery. We've got a little look of waistcoating back here. And then you have the shower tub combination. So that is pretty much it. It's small, but nice. Move-in ready, pretty much so. Nothing in here that jumps out at me as that could be an issue. Air handler, linen, secondary bedroom. Hang on. Turn off the lights as I go back. This area here, you might could fit a small bistro table if you wanted something in the kitchen, but you definitely wouldn't want anything too large. Your main dining table would probably be out here, maybe where that desk is. Just depends on how you'd want to set it up. We'll take a quick walk outside. Garage door. This gate, obviously chain link gate for the access. Looking out towards the street. They may have had a boat or something of that nature back here before. So just looking around the yard. Not sure about the age of the roof. I need to look at that for you. Do have gutters. A little grass cut out here. We have a trailer. The fence on this side does not have a gate. Fire pit, and then of course, like I said, that's right there at the master window. Okay, let's see what we got out front. That's pretty much it, guys. I'll walk out the front door so you can see the road. Opening the front door and preparing to leave. Door sticks a little bit. But this is what it looks like walking out the front door. Looking down the street. Okay, talk to you later.